Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. Today we're cooking with beetroot. We're making beetroot that we've grilled in the embers. Like, not really grilled them, kind of destroyed them, really blackened them, but with the skin on. And we're serving that with a little bit of a chili mayonnaise, chili oil, a buttermilk sauce, which is kind of buttermilk infused with ginger and bergamot. Yeah, and that's it. Some coriander to go on top. But before we get cooking, as always, please support us by clicking the subscribe button and checking that little bell icon to get notifications. Now let's have a look at the board here, what we have. So we have our beautiful beetroots that you cannot really recognize as beetroots at the moment because they've been blackened. But we're just going to peel that off and then we're going to cut the beetroot. We have our chili oil, some coriander, the bergamot, some ginger, a bit of salt. In here we have, it looks a bit strange, but it's just a bit of mustard and some vinegar for the mayonnaise. We have our egg yolk, some neutral oil, and we have our buttermilk. Now let's get going with the buttermilk first. For our buttermilk infusion, we have 2 slices of ginger and some zest from the bergamot. And quite a bit of salt. The bergamot, how should I explain the taste? It's somewhere between a lemon, a mandarin and a grapefruit, something like that. It's relatively close to yuzu. Then just mix this. Now don't heat this up because it will split. But if we keep it like this, it should be fine. Room temperature shouldn't be a problem. I would just leave that to sit to kind of get the flavors of the ginger and the bergamot zest. And then we'll see at the end, we might put some bergamot juice in there as well. A nice egg yolk here. In that goes together with a mix of mustard and vinegar. Mix that around a bit. Get a pinch of salt in there already. And let's see if we can do this with one hand. Get the oil in. Let's see. That's a good mayonnaise consistency. Now we don't need a lot of mayonnaise for this one, so 1 egg yolk is plenty. So we have the consistency right. Now let's see what it tastes like. Need some more salt in there. And we're also going to add some of the chili oil to the mayonnaise. I'll also add a little bit of the bergamot juice. Give that another taste. Perfect. Spiciness, nice salty, sour, like it should be. So I don't have piping bags for this. It's a bit unnecessary, so it's a small plastic bag. Works just as well. Open it up like that. Get your mayonnaise in. Like that. Then you just close it. And you use one of the tips of the bag and you cut the hole there. Get the mayonnaise down there. And like this, we're ready to pipe it later. So put that away for now in the fridge. Now to the messy part of this, our beetroot. Basically, we just have to try to peel them. You can try to do this with your hands, or you could use kind of a knife to do it. I will try it with my hands and see how far I go. You can see already the kind of beautiful ruby color is coming through. And it's quite easy to pick the skin off when you char them like this. I have a wonderful taste. So I'll do this for a bit and then we'll come back when I'm done. So there we are. 4 beetroots, not for 2 portions like this. It's just a small starter. See my hands, nice and black. That's what we throw away. I'm gonna wash myself up and then we're pretty much ready to plate this. But before we do that, if you stuck with it this far, there must have been something you liked. So please support me by clicking the thumbs up button below. That really helps my content to be found by the YouTube algorithm for some strange reason. So hit that like button. Now well, you could serve them like this, but what I want to do is cut them open and then slice them very finely. Still keeping them together. Like that. So you can do that to the others as well. So we're ready to serve this up. Now the thinking is to get a ring of mayonnaise around it, and that keeps like a barrier for the buttermilk. So let's see if we can do that. Good enough. Obviously if you had some plate spinner or something, you could be a bit more precise, and if your hands weren't shaking like mine, but hey, I'm happy with that. So now we get our infused buttermilk. And the mayonnaise is acting like a nice barrier around it. Now, the last couple of things, our beetroot. And some chopped coriander. And last but not least, our chili oil. And there we are, a pretty good looking starter, and I'm pretty sure it's going to taste good as well. So let's give it a try. Knife and fork as always. Now let's get in here. Obviously it's not going to look so nice after I've been in here. Get some of the mayonnaise as well. That's a really nice combination. It's really refreshing. It's a bit spicy. And it has this wonderful charriness about it. If you like beetroot and you like charriness and you like chili, perfect dish. And you have this small hint of ginger and bergamot coming through, which is also really nice and refreshing. Now it's very simple. It's not a huge dish. There's nothing complicated about it. Yes, you need a charcoal grill. If you don't have that, you could probably do it in the oven as well. You have to try it out. Really hot. Make sure that you really blacken the beetroot, but I think it should be possible. I haven't tried it. I usually do it in my charcoal grill. And yeah, it's for me a perfect starter, especially now spring, summer. I hope you enjoyed it. That's it for today. But before you go, if you're not a subscriber yet, please do me the favor, support the channel by clicking the subscribe button and checking the bell icon. Take care. Bye-bye.